Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrutyam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devi Saraswati Vyasam Tato Jayamudire Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nitya Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavatim Uttama Shloke Bhaktira Bhavati Naishtaki Randraj Srimad Bhagavatam Ki Jai. So today we are going to read one shloka from Srimad Bhagavatam, 3rd canto, 30th chapter, titled as Description of Adverse Fruitive Activities by Kapiladev to Mata Devhuti. In this shloka, Kapiladev is explaining about the influence of illusion or Māyā on the living entities, right from the smallest of the insect up to the highest living entity, Brahmaji. Everybody is under the control of Krishna's energy. And that is mentioned here. So Kapiladev says, Janturvai bhavai tasmin yam yam yoni anuvarjate yam yam yonim anuvrajate vrajetaha yam yam yoni anuvrajeta tashyam tashyam salabhate nivrittim na virajyate. Jantu. Jantu means all the living entities. Jantu. We are all Jantu also. Everybody is Jantu. Jantu usually they say small living entity. But we are all Jantu. That is what is mentioned. Shiva. Vai bhave. Certainly bhave. Worldly existence. Etasmin yam yam yonim. Anuvrajet. So yum yum, whatever is species, there are different types of species. So whatever the species one obtains, anuvrajet, tashyam tashyam sahalabhate. And whatever the species one like type of body one gets, he is nivrittim satisfied. Na virjate or virajyate. And he is not even averse to this type of behavior. So here, translation is, please read the translation.
The living entity in whatever species of life he appears finds a particular type of satisfaction in that species, and he is never averse to being situated in such a condition.
So, like living entity in whatever the species of life he appears. One may appear as a human or animal or insect or bird or reptile. That particular living entity becomes comfortable in that particular body. And he never even thinks that, oh, he should get out of it and it's not a good situation to be in that. Yesterday I was driving by the Intercity Mall and there was 2 garbage bins. And garbage bins filled with garbage. There were 2 people. They were probably homeless people. They had no home, shelter, and they were staying in that garbage bin area, sleeping there. So I felt it is bad. So they should have a home. They cannot be around the garbage, sleeping around the garbage. But they were comfortable there. So this is how it is that a person becomes accustomed to that particular situation and he doesn't want to get out of it. He just wants to stay there forever. That is a pathetic situation. Srila Prabhupada ji explains that.
The satisfaction of the living entity in a particular type of body, even if it is most
Abominable
abominable is called as
illusion. This is called as illusion. Huh? Srila Prabhupada describes this is abominable. Would you sleep next to garbage bin? Not one, but two, and those are not small garbage bins. They're filled with all the dirt. But probably those people are under the influence of drugs. And under the influence of drugs, they do not know exactly what is good and what is not good. Is that right? Like in India, also, you might have seen alcoholics, they sleep on the street. Now, normal situation, one may not sleep, but under the influence of that particular drug or alcohol, he doesn't know what he's doing, right? So he's doing that. That influence is called as illusion. Under the illusion, he's in his own world. Under the influence of drug or alcohol, that person does not realize that he is sleeping in a filthy place. So that similarly, the influence of Maya is also one type of, you can say, drug. Everybody is drugged. How? Everybody thinks that I'm this body, I'm this big person. That is an illusion. That is a addiction. Addiction of being, thinking that, oh, I am this. Actually, a man in a higher position may feel dissatisfaction with the standard of a lower grade of man. But the lower grade man is satisfied in that position because of the spell of Maya or external energy, right? So when I was driving and I saw those two people, I should have taken a picture of that, shown you a really bad situation. I thought, oh, these people are not in good shape. They need help. We feel bad about them, but how about them? They do not, because they are under the spell of external energy, Maya. Right? Similarly, Srila Prabhupada or the saintly personalities, they feel compassionate and they give Krishna consciousness to others. Why? Because they think that we are in this material world and we should get out of this material world and go to the spiritual world. They feel that we are in bad situation because we are taking punarapi janma, punarapi marana. But we in the material world, we think that we are comfortable. We don't want to get out of this. So Guru Maharaj says, can you chant and read Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, and follow the principles? Then you will get out of this cycle of birth and death. But we think that we are comfortable. So like that drug addict sleeping in the garbage. So this world is all garbage here. There's nothing here. It's just meat and flesh and urine and stool and all these things in the body. But we think we are comfortable here. We want to be here for good, right?
Yes.
Nobody wants to die. Even the insect doesn't want to die because it thinks, I'm comfortable in this body. Why should I die? Well, you will be forced to die. So the saintly people are compassionate and they have a bigger vision. They think that is why preaching is very important. Spreading Krishna consciousness. Why? Because we want to let people know that you are in a bad situation. Please get out of it. And there is a better place. The spiritual world, Golok Vrindavan Dham, go there. You will be happy. Maya has two phases of activities. One is called as Prakshikpatmika Shakti. What is that? There are two types of Maya Shakti. One is Avranatmika and Prakshikpatmika. So what is the Avranatmika means? Covering. And Prakshikpatmika means pulling down. In any condition of life, the materialist person or animal will be satisfied because his knowledge is covered by the influence of Maya. So this Maya, there are two types of Shakti. One is covering, Avaranatmika. Avarana means covering. And Prakshetmaka means pulling down. So sometimes somebody is on the higher position, he comes down because of the influence of Maya. So somebody might be great devotee and then all of a sudden he falls down. Right? And then generally people are covered only. This is Avarnatmika. Everybody is covered. But sometimes you may come out and then fall down. That is Prakshetmika. Now, Srila Prabhupada is saying that in the lower grade or lower species of life, the development of consciousness is so poor that one cannot understand that whether he is happy or distressed. This is called as Avarnatmika. Initial phase is we are covered, right? Covered means generally people do not know even that they are not body but the soul. That is Avarnatmika. Everybody is covered. Even a hog who lives by the eating stool finds himself happy. All the person in a highest mode of life sees that hog is eating stool. How abominable is that life? Is that life? So generally people are covered, living entities are covered with the Avarnatmika Shakti. Somehow or other, we have to be compassionate and kind and help people to understand that, oh, there's no point in staying in this garbage. Why are you in the garbage? Just get out of the garbage and surrender to Krishna, because this is not your home. This is not you. The garbage bin is not your home. You have a better place. No? Actually, government also in Canada, there are homeless people. They have shelters. Government provides shelter, but these people do not want to go in the shelter. Why? Because they may not get the drugs and all those things, right? Krishna has provided us the Golok Vrindavan Dham, but we do not want to go there. Why? Because we are addicted to the sense enjoyment. Oh, I will not get a sense enjoyment there. I am happy with my wife and children. So if you're happy, stay. Then what can we say, right? Some people, they are so much addicted to the sense enjoyment that they cannot give it up. They are under the influence of that particular drug. Some people are addicted to cell phones now. So every time they are scrolling. So that is a drug which is called as digital drug. It's a dopamine. Scrolling all the time, videos, chats and all. So we have to get out of it. Otherwise it's going to consume us. Actually, we don't consume the data. Data consumes you. You know how much data? It is how much data have you consumed? Have you heard that before? Data consumption.
I heard what I mean.
Cell phone data means you have a data right on your cell phone. So every day you have 1 GB, right, or something like that. So you consume all the data. Actually, you don't consume data. Data consumes you because that life is taken away by the internet. So we have to be very careful about it. Okay. Indraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai.